Good afternoon, guys. Just dropping in on a little one with Phantom. Again, top-down analysis from the daily. I won't bother going into it on the weekly too much. I will keep everything updated on Twitter moving forward. Um, what we can see here was we had the all-time high of $3.50, where we pushed down. We started making this bearish trend line, where we came back down then, guys, to meet a target of around $1.30. Now, the original target that I had in mind, guys, was around 93 cents. Um, there was a reason for this. That didn't quite come into play, but that's not an issue because the buyer still holds, still stands, and what I wanted to achieve from Phantom still has blown expectations. So we came down to this area of support here at 130. We made this little bit of a wedge pattern on the smaller time frame, the 4 hour. We had a breakout of this pattern, guys, and what I was looking for, higher time frame, was to break this bearish trend line. Now, we've smashed through the bearish trend line. Again, guys, the way a trend line works, you can't just go like this, oh, the trend line's coming down. You've got to meet the candles. You can go through wicks, you can't go through candle bodies. So if we take that into consideration on the daily, we drag this trend line for Phantom down to here. What we can clearly see here, guys, is we had that break that was anticipated, followed by a retest. Now, if I just move this trend line, we know we had that break and retest. We've got this little flag pattern. Now, what tends to happen, guys, with a flag is you normally get a massive bullish run up with daily candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, where we then come down and we look like we're falling down to make the flag pattern. We have actually, on the daily, we are seeing a breakout of this pattern. Yesterday was discussed, the $2.15 region on Twitter was our support. We could round that off to $2. So if we say $2 was our support, down here, and then we back test the $2 region, we can see support, 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 support. We're at a very strong area of support. Now, if we look at the 4 hourly, just quickly brushing down on this, guys, I don't want to overcomplicate things and make things too technical. Here we have the 4 hour. We've seen this lower low, lower high, lower low, failing to make a lower high. We broke out, retesting this structure. If I take this away for now, and then like I just said, we use the $2 region as our support. What we then had yesterday was a push down to around $2.15, where we then pushed up back out to this flag formation. As I say, guys, the original target for myself, short-term bias for Phantom, was $2.60. We do look like we could be pushing up to this level in the coming days. Of course, that's with the total cap 3 excluding Bitcoin and Ether playing out, and that's also with the Bitcoin dominance falling. That will obviously equal alts to climb, which is what we want. So as far as we can see this now, guys, like I say, are we bullish? Of course we are. We've bounced off the bottom of structure, more and more or less here. We've pushed back up, breaking out of a bullish structure. We've pushed up, created another bullish structure where we've had a breakout. The support was created. Again, like I say, we back test that area to see how valid this area of support is. We can clearly see it was resistance here. And then it became support back on the 14th of October 2021. We are now above this level again, guys. So like I say, for myself, we are in the green. We've had that broken trend, we've had the retest, we've had the breakout of structure, support created. That's given me 4 confluences on the higher time frame that Phantom is going to go in the desired direction. That's of course up to 260, taking into consideration that our support area now, our safety net is $2. If we were to break through that level, guys, then that wouldn't be looking promising for us. What we would then find is the total cap 3 would be falling and the BTC dominance would be rising. Personally, at the moment, I don't think that is going to happen. So just as long as you keep your eyes open, guys, do the correct research, do the top-down analysis. Do not look at the hourly time frame and say, oh, we're bearish. Don't look at the 4 hourly and say we're bearish. Look at the weekly, look at the daily. Base your analysis off those two and you won't go far wrong in this game, guys. As I say, all results are on Twitter. I do upload snippets of befores and afters. There will be more coming in later today with XRP, Theta, Rune, and many more. Like I say, guys, the support's fabulous. If you could please just retweet, subscribe, like, the love and support would be much appreciated. And this year is going to be fire, a lot more content and a lot more valid stuff to show you guys, not just the ups on the market, but also the downs where we have rejections and then we make opportunities by selling holdings or placing sell positions on the other side of the market. At the end of the day, guys, if somebody cannot provide you both sides of the market, they are just jumping in. They got lots of money. It's all on hopium. I can provide you the ups and the downs. That's basically safety for your portfolios, for your accounts, enable for healthy, stable growth. I don't see the point why people would have bought in a Phantom, for example, at 17 cents, watched it go to 3.50, adamant it was going to go to $10, which yes, it is probably going to go to $10, but we have to wait for this pullback. We have to wait for the pullback in order to re-enter the market. So what the intelligent investor does, he takes profits, 25-50% profits at a high, when we knew, all right, okay, we broke this previous high year of around $2, so 350 was ample. A perfect run, great percentage gain. That would have been the perfect opportunity. Take some profits, wait for the market to twiddle back down. Also, referring back to the total cap 3 and the Bitcoin dominance, you would have then re-entered at around 120, 130, and you'd be better off all around. So please don't look, guys, and say, oh yeah, man, but I'm going to hodl, because you're always going to become second. And at the end of the day, this is not a sprint. This is not a race. This is a skill. And if you can acquire this skill, guys, you can make some great returns. And that's just basically all I wanted to get into. But take note of this chart, guys, and I'll hit you back up in a couple of days to see how everything's going. Cheers, guys.